It should be no secret that I've always been opposed to the opinions of Charlie Kirk. His teachings were dangerous to so many people, immigrants, the transgender community, racial minorities. But I want to add my voice to the many saying that violence is absolutely never the answer. It is my life's work to proclaim a gospel from the Prince of Peace that teaches us that violence only begets more violence and a cycle of retribution that will only continue. The Bible gives us a vision of what God's kingdom will look like, and it is a peaceable kingdom where we beat our swords into plowshares, where we take weapons of war and violence and we turn them into instruments that bring healing and peace. In the words of Dr. King, hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. I've seen so many posts expressing empathy for Charlie Kirk's wife and his children, and I want to use this opportunity to remind us that empathy is good. There is an attack on empathy as being weak or sinful, but empathy is at the heart of the gospel message of Jesus, who instructs us to love our neighbor and defines our neighbor as every human on this earth. Empathy is our capacity to understand and feel the pain and suffering of another person, and we should feel empathy when someone loses a spouse or a father. And so I hope that we can channel that empathy and continue to express our empathy for the pain and suffering of all people, to be empathetic when we read again and again of horrific school shootings and imagine children seeing the very things that people saw in the video of Charlie Kirk's murder. And I hope that we can feel that empathy for children who are torn away from their parents because of deportation raids in this country. And I hope that we can feel that empathy for children who continue to starve in Gaza. I've also seen so many posts expressing horror at the violence committed, and we should be horrified at violence whenever it is perpetrated, whether it is against Melissa and Mark Hortman in Minnesota, or against Charlie Kirk, or in Alligator Alcatraz, or Ukraine, or Gaza, or the hundreds of school shootings that happen every year in our country, 330 in 2024, one on the same day as Charlie Kirk's death. And so I pray that this horror at violence will move us to act together as a community to stop more violence before it is perpetrated, whoever that violence is against, whether it is against political leaders or the LGBTQ plus community or immigrants. May we live out the words of Jesus that teaches us to love everyone regardless of race or gender or sexual orientation or documentation status or country of origin.